A week ago, your Rangers were left for dead following an epic September slide. 6 days and 6 wins later, they have regained control of their destiny. A win for the Angels. They fought off elimination with hearts, guts, and style to give them a chance in game number 162 to advance beyond the regular season. The eyes of Texas are on you, Darvish, who will lead the Rangers today. The season is in the balance when they meet the Los Angeles Angels next. Now, for the second straight year, more than 3 million of the Ranger faithful have filed in to Rangers Ballpark, and yes, indeed, they do believe, and the Rangers also believe, it has come down to game number 162. A win today, they will play again. And you see the updated scores, 7-0 Tampa Bay leading Toronto, and 2-0 Cleveland on top of Minnesota. Those are the 2 other teams that are in the race for the wild card. And welcome in for the last time during the regular season, along with Tom Grieve, Steve Busby. Glad you could join us. And well, what a day this is going to be. Rangers have it all in front of them. They can win and assure themselves of another game. And you, Darvish, the man they want on the mound, is on there for them today. He has pitched well, Tom, against the Angels.
He has, Buzz, and he's going to need to pitch well today as well. They're out to win. They don't want to be swept 4 straight games. The Angels would like nothing more than to spoil the Rangers' season. It's up to you to take care of that this afternoon. He's pitched 3 times against the Angels. He's beaten them all 3 times, pitched well. He's coming off a couple of starts where he hasn't been at his best. He's walked 10 in his last 10 in the 3rd innings, so he'll need to be better than that. But if the Rangers hadn't picked the guy they want on the mound, you're right, Buzz. It's you, Darvish.
You, Darvish, and they just hope he is regrouped and he will find a way to battle through against the Angels here this afternoon. So, game number 162. We'll have the starting lineup and the first pitch for you coming up right after this on Fox Sports Southwest. The Built Ford Tough sales event at your Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. By AT TEX UVerse TV. Check availability at 1-800-PICK-ATT. Rethink possible. By Progressive. Visit Progressive.com today. And by High Yield Checking from Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? A gorgeous afternoon here at Rangers Ballpark. Let's head down to the field. Emily Jones is standing by him.
Well, Buzz, as you know, baseball can be a very funny game, and my, how things have changed over the last week. And for the first time in what seems like forever, the Rangers back in control of their own destiny.
Whatever happens with us is going to be in our hand. It means a lot. I think that we're going to go out there and keep playing the same way we've been playing the last week. And now, and just take care of business. I think that we still have some a lot of stuff on mind. We still got a lot of goals ahead of us, and I think today is going to be one of those special ones.
Elvis Andrus with this afternoon's Geico quote of the game, and guys, just like Elvis said, every goal they had to start the season is very much still in front of them.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's a great point, and they have it right there. And that man on the mound, Yu Darvish, will look to take care of business here today, just as he did back in April against the same Angel team. Here's their starting lineup. The DH today is J.B. Shuck. Eric Ibar bats second, then it's Mike Trout, followed by Josh Hamilton. Howie Kendrick bats fifth. Cole Calhoun is in right field, Mark Trumbo at first, Hank Conger catches, and Andrew Romine plays third and bats ninth.
And we'll look at the progressive scouting report for Yu Darvish. 13-9 on the season. The 4th best ERA in the American League at .282. 269 strikeouts. That leads Major League Baseball. 78 walks. The 5th most walks in the American League. He's walked 10 in his last 2 starts. Allowed first inning runs in 4 of his last 5 starts.
And the first pitch of the afternoon is a strike to J.B. Shuck. Shuck, who missed the last couple of starts with that sprained right ankle, back in there today. And he tested immediately by fouling one down off of it. It is 0-2. Well, maybe this got his left ankle. No, now he's got them both hurting.
Balance the pain off.
Yep. So 0-2 to Shuck. J.B. Shuck, a .291 hitter. 2 home runs, 39 RBI. The 0-2 pitch. Sloop to left field for a base hit. Up and away, and Shuck just went right with it. And a leadoff single against Darvish will bring up Eric Ibar. And we'll take a look at the Ranger defense behind Darvish. Gentry, Martin, and Rios left center and right. Moreland at first. Kinsler Andrews up the middle. Beltre at third. Giovanni Soto is catching Yu Darvish for the 5th consecutive start. Now, 1 on, nobody out. Eric Ibar, a .271 hitter. Will step in there, his switch hitter batting from the left side. And the first pitch is chopped foul on the first base side. 78-degree afternoon here in North Texas. A beautiful fall day. God, a day like this really does get you itching for more fall baseball. Rangers looking forward to that possibility. Darvish to check at first. And misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Umpiring crew as Alfonso Marquez calling the balls and strikes. The crew chief is Ted Barrett. He's at first. Mike DeMiro at second, and Scott Berry is at third. A 1-1 to Ibar. Half a dozen home runs. He has driven in 54. Got Shuck at first. Little toss over there by Yu Darvish. Ibar, 4 out of 16 in his career against Darvish. You see Ibar has been swinging a hot bat of late those last 4 games. Pitch is high, and the count goes to 2-1. You remember last time out, Yu Darvish and the Astros on Tuesday right here loaded the bases in the first inning and gave up a first inning run. He was able to settle down, but he couldn't get through the 6th inning. He had to depart that game with a tie. Double play ground ball to Kinsler. To Andrews. Back to Moreland. 4-6-3, and that takes care of the leadoff single. 2 out.
Ibar hit it sharply. Fortunately, hit it right at Ian, who had an easy opportunity to turn the double play, erase J.B. Shuck, who had singled softly to start the ball game. And so now you've got 2 quick outs.
That's the 148th double play the Angels have grounded into this year, and that is among the most in the American League. For the Rangers, that's the 144th they have turned this year. So the double play, a big part of the Ranger defensive arsenal. And here's Mike Trout, who takes outside for ball 1. Trout hitting at .323, but he has really punished Yu Darvish. 8 out of 26 and 3 home runs against the Ranger right-hander. That ball is hit well to center field. Leonis Martin going back. He's looking up, and that ball is up on the hill. Almost to the top of Greens Hill, and Mike Trout has hit his 4th career home run off of Yu Darvish. And the Angels lead 1-0.
Yeah, as far as location goes, he probably couldn't have teed one up as far as location goes. 92 miles an hour, and right out over the plate, right in the wheelhouse for Mike Trout. They're trying to throw that ball a little bit more down and away than that. Down a little bit, but right in the center of the plate. And that ball was gone the second it hit the bat.
Now here's Josh Hamilton. Ball 1 is high and away. Leonis Martin running out of real estate very quickly. That ball about 3/4 of the way up Greens Hill. Hamilton leading on the off-speed pitch, but fouled it back. It is 1-1. Josh, a .250 hitter for the year. 21 home runs, 78 RBI, and 3 out of 10 in his career against Yu Darvish. Up and a miss. He's down the count. 1-2. Hamilton, a 13-game hitting streak. He extended it with his 9th inning pinch hit double yesterday. Got him swinging. Good breaking ball, and Garbage gets out of the inning, but Mike Trout gets the Angels on the board. A run on 2 hits, nobody left. After a half inning, the Angels won. Rangers coming up on Fox Sports Southwest. Rangers coming to bat, and their starting lineup is delivered by Chicken Express. Ian Kinsler leads off, Elvis Andrus follows, then it's Alex Rios and Adrian Beltre. A.J. Brzezinski is the DH today. Giovanni Soto is catching, Mitch Moreland at first. Craig Gentry is in left field, and batting ninth, the center fielder, Leonis Martin.
Auto Nation scouting report for Jason Vargas. 9-7, 23 starts. He's been on the disabled list for a significant part of the season. Last game, shutout Oakland. Second shutout of the season for him. 3 starts against the Rangers this year. He doesn't have a decision, but he's pitched quite well. 2.89 ERA in those 3 starts. Curveball pitcher, good changeup, sneaky fastball. Definition, really, of a crafty left-hander. Knows what he's doing out there.
And he dropped that off-speed pitch in for strike 1 to Ian Kinsler. And Vargas back to the plate. He'll strike 2. Kinsler batting .276. 13 home runs, 70 driven in. Vargas, Kinsler hitting almost 300. 12 for 42. Pops the next pitch up on the right side. Trumbo, the first baseman, underneath it, makes the grab. And Kinsler is out number 1 to bring up Elvis Andrus. Take a look at the rest of the Angel defense behind Jason Vargas this afternoon. Hamilton in left, Trout in center. Calhoun is in right. You saw Trumbo at first. Kendrick and Ibar up the middle. Andrew Romine at third. And Hank Conger to start behind the plate. Well, Jason Vargas this year will miss the 200 inning pitched mark for the first time in the last 3 years. He's been a very durable pitcher with the Mariners the last 4 years. Coming over in the offseason, the trade that sent Kendrys Morales to Seattle. Vargas had 14 wins in 2012 with the Mariners, in a ball club that didn't fare all that well. 1-0 pitch, and that is a strike. It's 1-1. Rangers have had success against Vargas, making him pitch. They're being very patient with him. Vargas, the kind of guy that you start swinging at pitches near the edges of the strike zone and outside of it, you're going to have a tough day against him. Drops that breaking ball in. It's 1-2 now to Elvis. Elvis, 4 home runs, 67 RBI, 272 average. Changeup floats away, and it's 2-2. Elvis 1 out of 4 in yesterday's game. Another sacrifice bunt. He's the American League leader in that category. Got him swinging. Off-speed pitch down, and Andrus becomes the first strikeout for Vargas. 2 away for Alex Rios.
Well, Vargas' fastball looks like it's about 94 miles an hour when you combine it with his curveball and with that excellent changeup. That was his excellent changeup right there. He's got a deceptive delivery. From the windup, he turns his back almost to the hitter, hides the baseball, makes it tough to pick up. And so he's definitely a pitcher when you see 87 or 88 miles an hour on his fastball and say, boy, he doesn't throw very hard. Velocity-wise, no, but the effect of his fastball can be pretty good with his off-speed pitches to go along with it.
Rios takes the first pitch that tails to the outside corner. It is 0-1. Alex, a .278 hitter. He has 18 home runs, 80 driven in. Vargas with the 0-1 pitch. And the count evens now. Rios 1 for 3 yesterday. Drove in his 80th run, had a sacrifice fly in his current homestand numbers. 364 for the Ranger right fielder. 2-1 now as the fastball moves him off the plate. Vargas working quickly back with the 2-1. Couldn't get Rios to offer that off-speed pitch down, and it's 3 balls and a strike. So Rios with 2 outs trying to get aboard. Adrian Beltre, the Ranger cleanup man, he waits in the on-deck circle. Vargas, with the pitch, is looped into right field. That was going to fall for a base hit. Rios making a big turn. He's going for 2. Calhoun's throw not in time. And Rios, a hustling double, gets himself in scoring position for Beltre.
There wasn't much that Calhoun could do to stop that from happening. Ball wasn't hit very hard. It didn't roll very fast. He had a long way to run to get to it. And the way that Rios runs the bases, the way he cuts the angle at first base, there's no way he was going to get him at second base as hard as he tried.
So Rios with his 3rd double in this homestand. Here's Beltre. A rip and a miss. Here's 0-1. Well, he covers a lot of ground with very few steps. Big, long legs. He can pick him up and lay him down. 0-1 to Beltre. Adrian hitting .315. 29 home runs, 91 RBI. He's got Rios out there at second. 2 outs here in the first. And the pitch outside. Beltre has not had good numbers against Vargas, as you can tell. Just 3 for 27. Once you get him in a position like this, and those numbers might change a bit. Outside. 2-1. Beltre in those 27 at-bats against Vargas, only 1 RBI. Adrian, as you can see, hitting safely in 9 of his last 11 ball games. Ahead of the count here, 2 balls and a strike. Off-speed pitch evens the count at 2-2. Beltre back in, facing the Angels, against whom he has his best offensive numbers against any opponent. Fastball called strike 3. A comeback fastball caught Adrian looking. He's not particularly thrilled. Certainly the Ranger faithful not happy, but the Rangers gone. No runs a hit, 1 left. On to the second, 1-0 Angels. Strength of Mike Trout's 27th home run of the year. Howie Kendrick to lead things off against Yu Darvish. Darvish's first pitch is a little bit low for ball 1. Kendrick, a .300 hitter for the year, 13 home runs, 54 RBI. 0 for 14 against Darvish with 7 strikeouts. And he lines this one to center field softly. On comes Leonis Martin to make the grab for out number 1. And before Cole Calhoun comes up, let's welcome in Jim Knox. Jim?
I appreciate it, Buzz. Packed house on hand, and the Patterson family would like to thank the Rangers for the memories this year. Why not? And Ranger fans, the Rangers would like to thank you for all your support in the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation. It helps kids in the community. To find out more, log on to texasrangers.com/foundation. Buzz?
All right, Jim, thank you. A nice crowd on hand on this final day of the regular season. First pitch to Cole Calhoun is low for ball 1. Calhoun at .281, 8 home runs, 32 RBI. He is 2 for 5, as you can see, against Darvish. Calhoun making a great first impression in his first go-around with the Angels this year. He really played some solid baseball for them. Calhoun 1 for 4 last night and 5 for 12 in the series. See, the last 33 games, Calhoun has really made himself at home with the Angels. 2-0 the count as Darvish sets. And ball 3 is outside. And Darvish falling behind Calhoun. Calhoun trying to get aboard. Mark Trumbo, the Angel first baseman, will be next. 3-0 pitch. Now 3-1. Calhoun, over those last 33 games, has hit 5 home runs, so showing some pretty good glimpses of power for the Angels. Now the 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. And a one-out walk puts Calhoun aboard. Mark Trumbo coming up.
Well, we talked about Darvish in the open to the show being having a little bit of a problem with bases on balls. In his last start against Houston, he walked 4, and trainers are going to come out. He's kind of alluded to not feeling great toward the end of the season. It's been kind of portrayed as wear and tear of a 162-game schedule. Nevertheless, the training staff, the managing staff, the pitching staff, and the interpreter are all going to go out and check with him right now.
Darvish doing a lot of head nodding. Said, yeah, whatever he was being asked, he was trying to be encouraging about it. He's going to stay out there, and there will be no visit to the mound charged. As opening umpire Alfonso Marquez signals to Mike Scioscia over in the Angel dugout.
He's walked 4 against Houston. Then against Tampa Bay before that, he walked 6 in 5 innings. So his command has not been there, especially with the fastball. Velocity on his fastball hasn't been there. Most of his fastballs are 90 and 91 miles an hour. Haven't seen him even occasionally pop that 95 or 96 mile an hour fastball.
Down and away. Fastball makes it 1-0 to Trumbo.
But I guess, Buzz, it's not unusual to not have your best fastball after 162 games, is it? Or is that something that's...
It's something everybody goes through, Tom.
You go through it?
Yeah.
You just have to learn to pitch with it.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean he's not physically fit.
Right.
You get worn down. You throw 200 innings or 210 innings or whatever the case may be. Everybody is dealing with some kind of fatigue. A lot of fatigue, and I always thought the toughest part of fatigue was the mental grind that you go through. There's really nothing you can do there. You can rest all you want, and you still feel mentally fatigued, even after resting for a while. Darvish falling behind 2-0, and the pitch on the way. That's a knee-high strike. It's 2-1 to Trumbo. And the part, really, the acclimation for you, Darvish, into baseball in the United States, that's one of the biggest differences, where he's being asked to pitch every 5th day and sometimes every 6th day instead of once a week, as he did in Japan. Making a few more starts, but there's a little more wear and tear. He's able to get Trumbo to offer that high fastball. It's now 2-2. Well, those are some of the adjustments that Darvish is going to have to make, is how to prepare himself both mentally and physically for the grind of a season. Darvish to check with Calhoun at first. Now the 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Well, he got that one up there about 94, so a little bit better fastball. And Trumbo late on it. That is strikeout number 2. And 2 outs for Hank Conger.
Well, Trumbo struck out now 182 times. Nothing fancy there. That fastball's right down the middle of the plate. Just threw it by him. Hamilton struck out 157 times. Threw the fastball by him right there. Trumbo may have struck out a lot. He's also hit 34 home runs and knocked in 100 runs. So he's a dangerous guy up there.
Here's Conger, the switch hitting catcher. The first pitch to him is just off the inside corner. That cut fastball missed. 1-0. Conger at 252, 7 home runs, 21 RBI for the year. He and Chris Iannetta pretty much splitting the catching chores the last month or so of the season. There goes Calhoun. The pitch is a strike. No throw, as Soto didn't have a real good grip on the ball, but he also saw the jump that Calhoun had and realized he had no chance to throw him out. Well, Cole Calhoun with the stolen base, his 2nd of the season. And Darvish, when he goes to the higher leg kick, takes quite a while to get rid of the ball to the plate. Tried the breaking ball, and it hung outside. It's 2-1 to Conger. And Conger has fallen on hard times the last week. He's won for his last 14 with 6 strikeouts. But he's got Calhoun at second with 2 outs here in the second. On the outside corner. Another cut fastball. 2-2. And this crowd getting behind you.
Time for that slow curveball.
Maybe that might have been what Darvish is trying to get to. They haven't thrown it yet, so that may not be in the forefront of Giovanni Soto's thinking right now. Darvish still peering in. Now he wants Giovanni to go out and have a little chat with him. Tell him what he wants to throw. Conger asking his counterpart, Giovanni Soto, what's the hold up here? I'm only hitting 250 for Pete's sake. Now Darvish ready, a check of second. And the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, got him. Ball in the dirt, so Soto will complete it down at first. And Darvish bounces back after the walk to get back-to-back strikeouts. Angels strand a runner. We're going to the bottom of the second. Angels 1, Rangers nothing. Folks, as fans, for teams that make the playoffs, should formally suspended players be on the postseason roster. And if you believe, yeah, that's fine, they should be. Hashtag FSYes at Twitter. Or if you don't believe they should be, it's hashtag FSNo. And we'd be interested to get your opinions on that. We'll tabulate the results, get it back to you a little bit later in the ballgame. A.J. Pierzynski leading off the Rangers' second inning. Pierzynski, Soto, and Moreland to face Jason Vargas. A.J. a .273 batter as Vargas misses outside to make it 1-1. See, Pierzynski has had a pretty good degree of success against Vargas. A .286 average in 14 at-bats. The 1-1. High in the air to center field. Trout moving over and underneath it makes the catch. That is out number 1. A.J. not missing that by much.
Trump just got underneath it. Had a good swing, hit it on the good part of the bat. Just popped it up.
Well, before Giovanni Soto steps in, let's take time for a Mazda game break. Here's Dana Larson. All right, Dana, Toronto coming back.
Yeah, getting closer.
Yeah. You believe in the Rangers, believe in the hopes for the Blue Jays to come back in that game. Make things a little bit easier. Giovanni at .238. That may not sound like much, but Soto is really putting on a run. He's hit safely in 8 of his last 9 games at almost 400. At 393. So that average has come up some 35 points. 1-1 pitch from Vargas. And it's 2-1. Last 9 games, yeah, 393 will raise that average usually for you. Outside, 3 balls and a strike. Soto with 1 out, trying to get aboard. Mitch Moreland, the Ranger first baseman, will follow. Angels leading 1-0. They have doubled the Ranger hit total, 2 for Los Angeles and 1 for your Rangers. 3-1 pitch. A strike. He just got the upper reaches of the strike zone on the outside corner. Well, the count is full to Soto. Vargas to the wind, the payoff pitch. Call strike 3. That one down, and Soto just caught window shopping. He is gone. That is strikeout number 3 for Vargas.
The last one might have been a strike. The one before, it looked like it was up and away. Definitely, according to the Fox tracks, it was up and away. This one probably a little bit better pitch. See number 5 up and a little bit off the plate. That last one definitely a strike. Vargas came back from a 3-1 count, got the call, and then made a pretty good pitch.
Well, Vargas on a roll of striking out every other batter he has faced through the first 5 or first 6. And Mitch Moreland will step in now. The base is empty and 2 away. Moreland, fly ball pretty well hit the left field, but Hamilton backing up has room. Well in front of the track, he puts it away, and the Rangers are gone in 1-2-3 fashion. We finished 2. It's the Angels 1 and the Rangers nothing on Fox Sports Southwest. The Ford leaderboard will tell you in Rangers history the lowest opponent's batting average for any Ranger pitcher. Nolan Ryan has the 3 lowest, 172, 187, 188. Then Jim Bibby back in 73 at 192, and Yu Darvish coming in at 193. Tom, that might have been your best acquisition ever, getting Nolan Ryan to come over here. As GM, you had to feel pretty good about how that turned out.
I was just kind of falling into it. Nolan and the Houston Astros looked like that was a marriage that was going to last, but John McMullen, I guess he was the owner of the Astros, messed up pretty much a sure situation, and once it looked like Nolan wasn't going to go back, we told him we would love to have him be a Ranger. Fortunately, we were the closest team to Alvin, Texas, and he wanted to play here. So, yeah, that was great for the franchise, great for the fans, and I think as it turned out, it was probably great for Nolan too.
Yeah. Yu Darvish, yeah, that good tailing changeup of his, and that's his 4th strikeout now. And back to the top of the order, J.B. Shuck had a single his first time and takes a strike on the inside corner.
And Nolan has often said that some of his greatest times in baseball were spent after he came to the Rangers. Some of the milestones that he achieved while he was here were pretty amazing. The no-hitters, 5,000 strikeouts, 300 wins. I don't know that he anticipated all that happening when he signed with the Rangers, nor do I think the Ranger fans knew exactly what they were in for. So it was a spectacular 5 years for the Ranger fans to be able to witness that.
0-2 pitch is chop foul. I'll never forget that the first year that he struck out 301 as a 42-year-old or 43-year-old.
Yeah.
That still amazes me.
I know.
Just incredible.
John Young was our major league scout at the time, and people often say that was a great public relations decision that the Rangers made. But John was our big league scout, and his report from the National League was that Nolan Ryan was still one of the 2 or 3 toughest pitchers to hit in the National League. Another strikeout for Darvish. So it had public relations benefits, but the bottom line was the Rangers needed to acquire a pitcher that could help the ball club. And I guess his record kind of speaks for itself.
I would think so. Time for a Mazda game break again. Here's Dana Larson. Thank you, Dana. And Eric Ibar, first ball swinging. It's a fair ball. And what a play by Mitch Moreland. Completely sprawled out, flags it down, and rolls over to the bag to make the out. Ibar gone, Angels out in order on 8 pitches. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Angels 1-0. Brought to you by the Built Ford Sub Sales Event at your Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. And by Jack in the Box. Go big with Jack's really big chicken combo. Now Rangers come to bat on the bottom of the 3rd, trailing 1-0. It'll be Craig Gentry, Leonis Martin, and Ian Kinsler to face Jason Vargas. Vargas has retired the last 4. And the first pitch to Gentry is right down the middle for strike 1. Craig at 275 as he stands at home plate, and he has done some pretty heavy lifting to get back to that mark. Not much success against Vargas in his career. Just 158 average. And he takes strike 2. Gentry 7 out of 20 on this homestand. Brings in a 3-game hitting streak that has seen him hit 500. Last 10 games, 455. 1-2 now. Gentry making his 9th straight start in left field for the Rangers. They're 7-1 in his first 8 starts. Vargas back to him. Now 2-2. Vargas to the wind, the 2-2 pitch. That is low, 3-2.
A tough pitch to lay off of right there after seeing several fastballs. That looks exactly like a fastball. About 7 or 8 miles an hour less, down and slightly out of the strike zone. That's his strikeout, one of his strikeout pitches, probably his most frequently used strikeout pitch.
Payoff pitch is pop foul. That will reach the seats on the first base side. And we'll come back and try it again. Gentry trying to lead off the Ranger third by getting aboard. He'll be followed by the center fielder, Leonis Martin. Rangers 1 hit back in the first inning. That was a 2-out double by Alex Rios. Gentry trying to go from an 0-2 count to reaching base. And on this another 3-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Greg Gentry got a pretty good roll of scoring runs for the Rangers, too. He has scored a run in 5 of the last 6 games. Takes inside, ball 4 as Vargas pitches. And Gentry, with his speed, is aboard to start off the Ranger third.
That's earning a walk, laid off the tough changeup, fouled off a couple of pitches, then took the breaking ball for ball 4. Rangers have the right man on leading off an inning. Speed on the bases.
We've seen the effect that the Rangers speedsters have on the Angels pitchers in this series. Well, they have been completely consumed with the thought of preventing stolen bases. They've had a couple of errors at first on bad throws and haven't been able at the same time to stop Rangers when they got going. Here's Martin, and Vargas again carries that game plan through with a toss to first.
Well, you look at Craig and Leonis batting 8th and 9th. Then you have Kinsler, Anderson, Rios 1, 2, and 3. All 5 of the Ranger guys that can run are hitting back to back.
Leonis around the bunt. It's a fair ball right on top of home plate. Martin did not run. It's going to turn into an easy double play. Leonis Martin bunted the ball with backspin and stood there and watched it as Hank Conger turned that into a 2-6-3 double play.
It was a bad bunt to begin with. He just kind of jabbed at it, which put that backspin on it. Ball ended up right on top of home plate when Conger picked it up. He kind of reached out with his arms. I guess he thought it was going to be foul, but it never got into foul territory. Conger picked it up right on top of the plate before it got to foul territory.
Like
that's a way to destroy a rally.
Yeah, like they say, don't think you're weak in the ball club. Your job once you bunt the ball is to run.
Yeah, sit there watching it. What's going to happen? It's either going to be foul or it's going to be fair, and in any event, it doesn't hurt to run to first base.
And the skipper doing a little teaching himself.
There's no difference between that hitting a pop-up down the first baseline and standing in the batter's box and not running it out.
1-1 the count to Kinsler. Base is empty now with 2 outs.
Ball ends up fair. You're standing in the batter's box. They toss it to first base.
Yep.
Doesn't hurt to run. It's easy to run.
Kinsler popped out to first base back in the first inning. Vargas with a 2-1 pitch. And another pop-up. Again, Chumbo, the first baseman. And this time he gives way to the second baseman, Kendrick. And that will do it. So the leadoff walk, but the double play took care of that. Nothing going for the Rangers. We're going to the fourth. 1-0 Angels. November the 10th, this Christian music festival will provide a whole day of family-friendly entertainment with performances by Third Day Switchfoot, Peter Fuller, who used to be the lead singer of the Newsboys, and many more. Tickets are on sale today at TexasRangers.com/SpiritFest. Well, Mike Trout, the difference in the ball game with his first inning home run, leading things off here, behind in the count, 0-1. Darvish pushes him off the plate with that fastball. Trout now 27 home runs, 97 RBI. Darvish okaying the sign, comes set. The 1-1 pitch. 1-2. He took something off that. Well, Trout, who has been really a thorn in the side of the Rangers the last couple of years that he's spent in the big leagues, established a new Ranger record, or new Angel record, as you can see, 308 times he has reached base this season. He's getting on base a lot.
I guess so.
109 walks.
About 43% of the time.
Now tired of waiting. Trout backs out. Had a couple of walks yesterday, a couple of sacrifice flies. 3 out of 9 in the series. Darvish ready for the 1-2 pitch. Now 2-2. Trout against the Rangers in his career, a .346 hitter. His home run in the first, his 10th against Ranger pitching. Check swing, call, strike 3.
Right through him a little bit of everything. A fastball, some type of a changeup, and then a hard breaking ball that caught the outside corner. Looks like a good pitch, and it definitely was. It caught the outside corner. All the strikes were strikes.
Well, strikeout number 6 for Darvish. Here's Josh Hamilton. He goes after that first very slow delivery. It's fouled away for strike 1. Hamilton down swinging his first time up.
Down to swing at a pitch way out of the strike zone. The one thing you don't want to do if Josh is swinging like that is throw him a strike.
And the softer the better. One ball, one strike.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Buzz, that he would be very susceptible to the slow curveball that bounces right on top of home plate.
Yeah, when he's aggressive like this. And that can change from at bat to at bat. Now the 1-1. Skied to shallow center field. Amos Martinez coming in a few steps, makes the grab. That was out number 2. Now we'll bring up Howie Kendrick. Time for another game break by Mazda. Here's Dana Larson. Thank you, Dana. Darn. I hate it when that happens. Trying to catch up in that double play ball. Howie Kendrick, a fly ball to center his first time. Kendrick hitting at .299 now as Darvish hits the first pitch to him and a swinging strike 1. Kendrick 1 for 5 in last night's game. He is 3 for 14 in this series. This is his 14th game since coming back off the disabled list. 0-1 pitch. That evens the count. Now Darvish ready once again. And Kendrick chops one foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Darvish checking with his infielders and moving them around a little bit. Just missed the outside corner. Not by much, judging from the way Giovanni Soto framed that pitch. It couldn't have missed by very much. Pretty close.
One of those could have gone either way. Tough pitch. Could have been a strike. If you're a pitcher, you definitely want it.
Fouled away, and we'll try it again at 2-2. Kendrick, part of that veteran presence that Mike Scioscia's club has. Conger. And Kendrick chops that next pitch foul. Kendrick trying to extend his hitting streak and now stands at 6 consecutive games. Darvish ready for another 2-2 pitch. Elvis Andrus near the bag at second, unleashes the throw. And Yu Darvish sends the Angels down in order. He's now retired 8 straight. After 3.5, it's the Angels 1, the Rangers nothing on Fox Sports Southwest. Fox Sports Southwest. For Chevy hometown kids, it's not about the score, it's about the experience. Kids having a great afternoon, a beautiful sunny fall afternoon here at Rangers Ballpark, and ice cream is good. The baseball has been good. Rangers need to score a couple of runs and it'll be really good. They're trailing 1-0 as Elvis will lead things off against Jason Vargas. Andrus a strikeout in the first inning. And the changeup floats in for strike 1. Vargas to the wind. Back to the plate he comes. Breaking ball bends a little bit low. A ball and a strike. Elvis with a 4-game hitting streak. And you can see against the Angels, he has really been good. The last 15 games, hitting almost 450. Get a bunt, and it's right back at Vargas. Easy play for the left-hander. And Elvis retired to start off the Ranger fourth. Now Alex Rios will come up.
A few birthdays to get to, Buzz, on the last day of the season. Ralph Briggs, 93 years old. Used to take his daughter Jennifer to a bunch of ball games back at the old ballpark. Jennifer became the Rangers' first ball girl, also a sports writer covering the team. Happy birthday, Ralph. Hope you're watching too, Jennifer. Hazel Spearman from Pittsburgh, Texas, 90 years old today. Steve Busby is not 90, but I'm going to break the rules today, Buzz. I'm not going to say how old you are, but happy birthday.
Not very old. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Got a long way to go to get to 90. But when you're 90, I'm going to announce your birthday.
Okay.
I might not be here, but I'll announce it somewhere.
I'm going to hold you to it.
All right. Lorraine Nanny Crump from Mineola is 98 years old today. Lorraine Baker from Fort Worth is 94. Edna Carlson from Fort Worth is 91. Harry Wood from Dallas is 90. Got a couple coming up, too. I'm going to break the rules on these. Marvin England will be 99 years old tomorrow. He's from Luling, Texas. And October 10th, down the road a little bit. But because R.J. Lakey is 100 years old, we're going to wish happy birthday today.
A little loop around in the right field. Kendrick going out, a little half jump. Able to make the grab. And Alex Rios bid for a second straight hit. Comes up a little bit short. 2 gone for Adrian Beltre.
So happy birthday, everybody. R.J. Lakey 100 coming up on October 10th. While it wasn't hit very hard, that gave Howie Kendrick plenty of time to get back and make that play. Jason Vargas coming off a complete game shutout of the A's, a 4-hit shutout. Pitching pretty well today. The only hit was the double that Rios had.
Adrian Beltre called out on strikes, his first time to the plate. Vargas with the next pitch. And Beltre drives it high and deep to right center field. Calhoun back at the wall, makes the catch right up against the padding in front of the Ranger bullpen. Well, Beltre gave it a ride, but came up an EQ pond short. On to the 5th we go, 1-0 Angels. Joining us as always for the 5th inning on our Fox Sports Southwest telecast, Mark McLemore. Mac, thanks for stopping by for this last regular season game. But it seems like just yesterday, well, maybe the day before, Rangers opened up the season and had all the anticipation. Now it's come down to one game for pretty much all the marbles.
This is all the marbles right here. You better believe it. It still amazes me. You play 162 games and it comes down to the last game of the season.
Isn't that nuts?
It really is. Makes you just sit back and when you go over that whole year, man, if I'd made that one play, if I'd made that one pitch, we wouldn't be in this spot. But, you know, everybody can say that on the team.
Yeah, and the psychiatric wards are full of the people who decided to do that. That will drive you nuts in a hurry. But, yeah, it's all the things that transpire during the course of a season, and it comes down to 3 teams having a shot at the last spot. Last couple spots. It's amazing. Cole Calhoun starting things off. Calhoun drew a walk back in the 2nd inning. He's been the only walk issued by Darvish, who has also struck out 6. High and away, it's 2-1. How tough is it, Mac? I know you've been in a spot you not care to relive it too often, but how tough is it for the Angels to play in a game like this and it doesn't mean anything to them? Fly ball to left, and Jeffrey takes care of it. 1 out.
You know, I think you've got a couple of different ways to look at it. You've got some young guys that are trying to establish themselves, so I think they're going to go out there and do everything they can to make themselves look good in front of management. And then you've got some veteran players that are probably going, you know, let's see, what time is my flight? How, you know, that kind of thing. So it works both ways. When you've got those veteran guys, they've already established themselves. So they're just trying to get it over with probably as quickly as they can.
I think the one thing that makes it a little tougher for the Rangers is because of the rivalry. There's probably a little bit of we'd love to beat the Rangers to spoil their season.
Yeah, I think there are at least a couple of guys over there that are feeling
they
like
got
that.
a little bit invested.
Well, there's the update from Toronto, and the Blue Jays really coming back and making it interesting. And they have the bases loaded with 2 outs in the 8th inning, trying to at least tie that game up with the Rays. Pitch inside to Trumbo. And the count is 2-0 now. Trumbo, a strikeout swinging back in the 2nd inning. 235 the average for the Angel first baseman. A rip and a foul back. It's 2-1.
Darvish has retired 9 straight since he walked Calhoun. And since Trout's home run in the 1st inning, the only base runner was Calhoun's walk. So he's thrown a lot of strikes, mixed up his pitches pretty well. Just waiting for the Rangers to get some runs.
And the breaking ball is just a little bit wide. Trumbo checking his swing. 3-1 the count. Trumbo hitting 7th will be followed by the catcher, Hank Conger. The Angels put up a run in the first on Mike Trout's home run, and that's been it. Darvish allowing nothing else to this point. And that pitch hit off the end of the bat. Foul down the first base side. Well, the count has filled to Mark Trumbo. Trumbo digging back in. Yu Darvish trying to find that spot in front of the pitching rubber to place his foot. Agrees with Giovanni Soto for the sign. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Good breaking ball, pulled the string just a little bit. And Trumbo out in front. 7 strikeouts for Darvish. 2 away. And Hank Conger coming up.
If you want to strike someone out, that's a pretty good pitch to throw him. You get him to swing at it. He's certainly not going to make any contact with it. Trumbo, a couple of strikeouts today. Once on that slider and first time up on a fastball.
Hank Conger, like Trumbo, had that same kind of result first time up, swinging through pitches. Swung at a breaking ball on the dirt to strike out to end the Angels' second. Top of the 5th, a 1-0 Angel lead. That was just a little bit short.
It was short.
Purpose pitch.
Wanted to make sure everybody was watching.
That's right. Yeah, make sure people were paying attention. Conger, a .250 hitter as Darvish gets ready to work to him. Now 2-1. Darvish a long look in to Soto. Now he's ready. And misses low and inside. It's 3 balls and a strike. You know, I've got to think for an infielder or outfielder, it's not easy playing behind you, Darvish, because of the number of balls that are not put in play. Swings and misses or pitches just out of the strike zone.
That can be tough. That can be very tough. You have to keep yourself moving. You have to keep yourself engaged somehow. Whether it's talking to your teammate, next to you, or kicking dirt, jawing with the fans, something. You don't want to just stand there pitch after pitch.
Avery Belfort checking out his manager. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Darvish trying to get Conger to end the top of the 5th. Payoff pitch on the way. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Not so fast, man.
Conger. Come on back and put the gear on. You're behind the plate now. 8 strikeouts for Yu Darvish. We've gone halfway through the ballgame. The Angels won. The Rangers nothing on Fox Sports Southwest. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. A.J. Przinsky to lead off against Jason Vargas. Mark McLemore, we didn't bring you up here now for your defense. They're playing good defense today. We need some offense from you.
You got that down, don't they? Defense is good. We need some runs right here. AJ's about to start something off with a double in the gap.
Oh, got the gap going. That is deep to left center field. Trout on the run. Can't get there. All you got to do is ask Mark McLemore what was going to happen.
Huh? You could have done it a little more timely than that. You're about a second too early. That's one of the best calls ever right there.
Okay, what are the lottery numbers for tonight?
Believe me, I'm not telling anybody.
I wouldn't pressure luck on that one.
4 runs today. This inning right here. 5th inning, we're going to score 4.
4 in the 5th. All right.
4 in the 5th. I used to like 5 in the 5th, but we'll take 4 right now.
Take 4?
AJ hit the ball hard as last time. He just got underneath it and popped it up to fairly deep center field. And that's a good start.
Look at him trying to get trying to rally the troops. I love it.
Sure is.
Love to see his enthusiasm out there.
Well, Brzezinski, the leadoff double. Rangers had the tying run aboard, and nobody out here in the fifth. Giovanni Soto at the plate. Soto called out on strikes back in the second inning. Trying to hit that ball to the right side, fouled it off. It is 0-1. Good effort by Soto. Veteran backstop knows what his job is. Get that runner from second to third. Vargas, a shoulder high set. This is inside. That's the pitch that struck out Soto his first time.
It's not a bad idea. Throw the ball in there. Which kind of a pitch was easier for you to hit to right field, Mac? A pitch in or a pitch away?
In.
In?
I had inside out swing. So
swing?
yeah, it was much easier to hit the pitch inside.
Right in there, but it's off the plate. It's not 2-1. Soto at 236 with the average. 8 home runs, 20 driven in. He's got Pierzynski out there at second. Alex Rios taking a look from his perch at the end of the Ranger dugout. Inside, 3-1. Vargas' effort to keep the ball in on Soto. He was made it tough on himself. 3 balls, 1 strike. If Soto was able to reach, Mitch Moreland would come up with runners at first and second. Pulled the string and put away with the changeup. 3-2. Soto now in plate protection mode. Vargas okays the sign. A check of second. Payoff pitch. Pop foul. That will reach the seats down the right side. And we'll come back and try it again.
Vargas can be very deceiving because all of the breaking balls that he throws, and he throws so slow. When he goes inside with that 87, 88 mile an hour fastball, it looks like 90. So he gets a lot of guys to freeze on that pitch.
Another 3-2 pitch coming. Low ball 4, and they're on 2 on with nobody out. Time very quickly for another Mazda game break. Here's Dana Larson. All right, Dana, thank you. Never is easy when you get right down to it. Never easy. Mike Butcher out to have a chat with his entire infield. Mitch Moreland is the hitter. Butcher going through some defensive alignments and seeing what guys are going to be charged with doing. It's not an easy call, I wouldn't think, if you're Ron Washington. Mitch Moreland, not typically a guy that you would ask to bunt.
No.
But this really a bunting situation.
It's definitely a bunting situation. You don't want to hit into a double play. It's a 1-run ball game. You'd love to move people into scoring position. Man on third, less than 2 outs. Craig Gentry's a pretty solid contact hitter. You like having him up next. It's definitely a bunt situation.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. You've got to give Mitch 2, possibly even 3 chances of getting this bunt down, because you don't know if you're going to have this opportunity again.
If he gets the bunt down for a sacrifice, it'll be his first.
Well, I'm really liking this. They look a little confused on their play that they're trying to run here.
Romine and Trumbo both having conversations with Vargas. Now the middle infielders, Ibar and Kendrick, having a conversation with each other. The one disadvantage is you don't have a lot of speed on the base paths of Pierzynski and Soto. So depending on what the Angels try to do to defend the bunt, if indeed there is one, they've got a shot at getting a force at either third or second. Well, see how it unfolds. Vargas ready. Both cornermen creeping down toward the plate. The bunt is on. And they're running the wheel play where they were going to try to get the force at third base.
He bunts that ball fair. It's a definite out at third base.
That's a double play, actually.
Mac, you're the hitter right now. You see the wheel play. What do you do as a hitter?
You swing at it.
Can't bunt, right?
Can't bunt it. You either take the pitch or you swing at it. Not a full swing, just a half swing. Because if you hit that ball anywhere on the ground, it's going to be a hit. It's going to get through because you've got all 4 infielders moving and the pitcher.
All you really have to do is like a swinging bunt at it. Just play pepper and you've got a base hit and an RBI.
And now a pitch off. It goes into center field. Brzezinski going to third. To second is Soto. And that is the second pitcher's throwing error of this series.
Well, that takes care of the sacrifice bunt.
There we go.
He didn't have to give up an out. That's the same one we saw the other night, Buzz, where he threw it on the other side of the runner.
The only place you can't throw the ball in this play is on the shortstop side of the runner with the second baseman covering. Shortstop's covering, that's fine. Pitch takes a strike, and it's 0-2 now with runners at second and third. With nobody out, the infield playing back. So if Mitch could just get a ground ball in the middle of the diamond someplace, he's got an RBI.
Yeah, really. Ground ball anywhere except for the pitcher and maybe third base. He got one. Put the ball in play right here.
Vargas, okay is a sign. Now Mitch tired of waiting, so he backs out. Angels leading 1-0. Rangers, though, trying to get at least even, if not ahead, here in the 5th inning. 0-2 the count to Moreland. Shot foul is Mitch trying to keep that ball off his fist. A lot of the crowd on hand on the right side of the stadium on their feet. They're starting to have a later fall atmosphere. Another 0-2 pitch. In the dirt all the way to the backstop, but nobody can advance because it bounces straight back to Conger.
That's the second time that's happened in Kansas City in a 1-run game. Cost the Rangers a chance to tie a game up. Throw the ball back to the screen and no one scores. It's not right. You make a pitch that bad, you deserve to give up a run.
I don't like that. They got to deaden it back there or something.
Yeah, I hate that. It's pot luck. You're lucky no one got thrown out on the bases on it.
Great read by AJ.
Yeah, it was.
Sure was. So 1-2. Now the count to Moreland. Brzezinski staying at third and Soto at second. Vargas, after getting away with one, back to the plate. And Moreland down on strikes as he couldn't get the breaking ball. That is a big out, number 1. Well, the 4th strikeout for Vargas this afternoon. We'll see what they do with Craig Gentry here.
Well, they may pitch to him, but I would think they'd be very careful if they do.
Well, the infield coming all the way in. And Gentry, you have first base open. Gentry being the right-hander. You're going to pitch to him, be very, very careful. You've got the left-hander, Leonis Martin, waiting in the on-deck circle to be next.
Why would the first baseman be that close?
Trumbo's looking for the squeeze.
Yep. A pitch out and nothing going.
Well, if you're thinking about it, you're probably not going to put it on if you see him playing right there. That's what they're thinking about. Gentry hit a ground ball right by him.
I think Wash he still might put it on. I think Wash has enough confidence in Gentry.
Just don't bunt it to first.
Exactly. Exactly. You've got a guy that's not throwing very hard, so you can pretty much almost guide it.
If you execute the squeeze play right, does it matter if the first baseman is playing in like that?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't because executing what you're really wanting to do anyway is bunt it back to the pitcher.
Yeah.
And you've got it. So Trumbo being there doesn't really do a whole lot of anything.
If they execute the play right, playing there won't matter. And playing in that close might just allow a ground ball to get right by you for 2 RBIs.
And Gentry, in the meantime, has a 2-0 count. Everything in his advantage. Brzezinski, a modest lead at third base as Vargas comes back to the plate and throws a breaking ball for a strike. It's 2-1. Gentry drew a walk his first time up there. Vargas gave up a leadoff double to A.J. Brzezinski, then a walk to Soto. An error on a throw at second base. Got the 2 runners to second and third. Now 2-1 to Gentry. Up the middle, base hit to center. Brzezinski scores. Soto is right behind him. And Craig Gentry, a 2-run single, has turned this game around. The Rangers lead it 2-1.
Well, they chose to pitch to really one of the Rangers' hottest hitters. Craig Gentry has been a catalyst the last 10 days. He's been getting big hits, running the bases, making plays. And he just played right into the Rangers' hand by pitching to him at first base open.
Beautiful piece of hitting, going right back up the middle. Yep. There's nobody there. That's where you want it. You've got the infield drawn in. And Gentry did exactly what he was supposed to do, put the ball in play on the ground.
Very, very well executed. Ron Washington said, yeah, come on, everybody run. So 2-1 Rangers now. And here's Leonis Martin, who bunted into a double play his first time. And first ball swinging, he will sky out to left field. Hamilton makes the grab. Gentry bluffs a move to second. Hamilton does a one-hop strike to the bag. That is out number 2, and it brings up Ian Kinsler. And a little surprised that Craig Gentry didn't have an opportunity to run before our team took a hack at him.
Boy, what a job Craig Gentry's done the last week and a half. Watch is looking for a guy to get hot that he can keep in the lineup, and Craig has stepped up and been a huge part in Rangers' success so far in this homestand.
Well, Craig Gentry, I'm sure, will have an opportunity if he so chooses with Kinsler at the plate to set sail for second. Kinsler has popped out twice. And Vargas will make a throw to first. Just to let Craig Gentry know he's thinking about it. Well, the throwing error came up huge as the Rangers able to score 2 on Gentry's single. Vargas a couple of looks at first. There goes Gentry. The pitch is outside. The throw to second is late. And Gentry in with his 22nd steal of the year.
I don't care who's pitching or who's catching. The Angels can't stop Gentry, that's for sure. Everyone in the park knows he's going. There's nothing they can do about it.
That's as good a throw as Conger can make. It's a little bit late.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
1-0 the count to Kinsler, who takes high and tight. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Now Kinsler looking for more here in the 5th inning. Hard hit, long diving catch. What a play by Andrew Romine. And the Rangers are gone, but not before they take the lead with 2 runs on 2 hits. Mac, nice going. Half of what you said, but that's all right.
You got the lead. We'll take it.
2-1 Rangers after 5. 6. When you change everything, you change everything. And change is a good thing. Just ask Craig Gentry. He changed the score. Went from 1-0 deficit to a 2-1 advantage. Craig Gentry's 2-run single. So Yu Darvish back out there now with a lead at 2-1, and he's facing Andrew Romine to start things off. And Romine slaps one to left field, a base hit. Romine with very good speed aboard, and now back to the top of the Angel order. And let's take time for a Mazda game break. Once again, here's Dana Larson. Dana?
Second hitter, Jamie Shuck.
All right, Dana. Well, everything is in front of the Rangers now. They know exactly what they have to do and what they can expect when they do it. It's a win. They would, assuming that Cleveland continues on to win that game against Minnesota. They lead 5-1 at the moment. They would, Rangers with a win would play Tampa Bay here tomorrow night. It'll be a 7 o'clock game, and it would be a play-in game for the wild card. Andrew Romine at first. J.B. Shuck is the hitter. Shuck 1 for 2, and Darvish going to work on Romine. Shuck singled in the first. He was taken care of on an I-bar double play grounder very shortly thereafter. Shuck struck out in the third inning. There goes Romine. The pitch is fouled away. Mike Scioscia using the hit and run. And the foul ball will send everyone back. We'll try it at 1 ball and 1 strike. I wouldn't think Yu Darvish is particularly easy to hit and run on.
No. No, I wouldn't either. He gets a lot of swings and misses. Yeah. The only thing you could hope, I guess, you swing and miss with a pitch in the dirt, and the catcher can't make a good throw anyway.
Romine going again. He put it on back-to-back times. And got 2 foul balls, so it's 1 and 2. Romine retracing his steps to first. Yu Darvish working on a delightful Sunday afternoon here at Rangers Ballpark. An 80-degree afternoon as we play here in the top of the 6th inning. Romine the lead from first after a leadoff single, and Darvish sets. Another ground ball foul off the bat of J.B. Shuck. Neil Kotz loosening in that Ranger bullpen, and we told you that Yu Darvish, last 2 times out, has failed for just the 2nd time in his Ranger career to go 6 innings in consecutive games.
And Wash said before the game, everybody's available. He'll worry about a pitcher if the Rangers win. He'll worry about a pitcher later for tomorrow. He's going to do whatever he can to win the game. That means if a starter has to come in relief, he'll do that. The guys in the bullpen, no matter how many days in a row they've pitched, they're available today. We use everybody to try to win this game.
Yep, all hands on deck. Put it 1 and 2. Now Darvish taking a little too long, and Chuck asked for time. Soto flashing the signs out once again. Darvish picking and choosing, has one that he will work with. Low, it's 2 and 2. Chuck hitting at .292 as he faces Darvish. 1 on, nobody out. Rangers have just taken a 2-1 lead with a pair of runs in the bottom of the 5th. Darvish trying to put up that shutdown inning. Could be a double play if they can get the lead runner on to first and back to second. They call it.
That's how you do it.
4-3-6. And that's how you take care of a leadoff single.
He did the exact right thing. If he couldn't tag him, he ran him back far enough to where he had to throw to first to get the runner. But then because he had run the guy on base back far enough, they had him either in a rundown or an easy play at second base. Keep running, get the guy at first, and now you've got an easy play at second. If you wait too long, you don't get the guy at first. but he did it perfectly. Timing was just right.
No, base is empty now with 2 outs, and here's Eric Ibar. A double play, by the way, the second turn by the Rangers today.
Run him back. Don't throw it too soon. Run him back, get him going the other way. Now you have to throw it to first to get the out, and now there's nothing the base runner can do. That's excellent execution.
In a line drive, foul down the right side, and Darvish, the advantage in the count. It is 0-2 to Ibar. Now, what do you try to do if you're a runner in that situation? You try to.
I don't think he could do anything other than he did.
Not dive into the second baseman's feet or something?
I think the only thing you could do is just keep right on running and try to barrel into the second baseman. Ian was right in the baseline, and you may have been able to do that and keep him from throwing to first. That might have been your best shot.
Well, Ibar laces one to left. That's in for a single. Well, thank goodness for the double play, because that is followed up by an Ibar base hit. 1 on 2 out now for Mike Trout. Ibar with his first hit of the afternoon. Trout coming to the plate, homered in the first inning, his 4th career home run against Yu Darvish. Remember, Yu Darvish has had the home run come back to hurt him in the last half of the season. It has been a big bugaboo for Darvish that he didn't really deal with that much before. Ibar with pretty good speed at first, but Trout at the plate. A .323 hitter. Darvish will look over his shoulder at Ibar as he sets. And the breaking ball makes it 1-0. Ibar being held on by Moreland. Trout waiting. You would think that if Trout isn't an out here for the last out of the 6th inning, that you might have Neil Kotz come in to face Josh Hamilton. Pitch a little bit low, and it's 2-0. Trout, the American League leader in walks, 109 of them this year. Facing Darvish, who has squared the ball up against quite frequently. 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. Darvish falling behind Trout. You got to be careful, first of all, that Trout might have the green light, but also if you walk him, you got to deal with Josh Hamilton. Darvish and the 3-0 pitch coming. Taking ball 4. And we will find out whether Darvish will face Hamilton or not. That's 2 on and 2 out, and Ron Washington on his way to the mound. Well, you've got the left-hander Kotz down there, and you would suspect that since Kotz is ready, that he will be asked to come in, and the signal has been indeed given to bring in Neil Kotz. So Yu Darvish again failing to get through 6 innings. He leaves, though, with the lead. 2 runners and on base are his responsibility, and Kotz coming on trying to strand it. Well, a timeout as we play in the top of the 6th inning. Rangers leading 2-1. Back after this on Fox Sports Southwest. On Fox, TBS, and MLB Network starting October the 1st. Plus, you can keep up with the postseason scheduling information at TexasRangers.com/postseason. Now, the 33-year-old left-hander Neil Kotz is on to face Josh Hamilton with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th inning. Kotz appearing in his 57th ball game. Opposition hitting just 179 against the left-hander in that outstanding 1.13 ERA. This is outside to Hamilton. 1 ball and no strikes.
This is probably not a move you would see during the regular season. It's early in the game for Neil Cox. It's early for you, Darvish, to come out of the game, but everything's on the line right now, and you've got to go in the way you think you can best get out of these innings.
Hamilton, a rip and a miss. It's 1-1. Yeah, it almost becomes the last 6 innings out by out. The last 4 innings, I mean.
Yeah, everybody's available, and you're doing whatever you can to win this game.
Ibar, the runner at second, Trout at first. 1-1 pitch to Hamilton. A rip and a miss. Cox going with a breaking ball and then the good fastball. It's 1-2.
They really couldn't locate the fastball much better than that after the slider away.
Now this crowd on their feet all the way around the stadium. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. Well, Hamilton staying alive. Josh today 0 for 2, a strikeout, a fly ball to center. I mentioned he brings in that 13-game hitting streak. He's got the tying and go-ahead runs on base. As Cox gets ready. Line drive, base hit left center field. That is up the alley. In to score is Ibar. On to third goes Trout, and Hamilton has tied the ball game at 2 apiece with the RBI single. Well, that run goes on the ledger of Yu Darvish. And Neil Cox, who had been great at stranding runners. About 86% of the runners he inherited, he stranded. But Hamilton turns that around. And now the Angels have the go-ahead run down at third with 2 outs. Strike 1 to Howie Kendrick. Kendrick 0 for 2, a fly ball to center, a ground ball to short. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kendrick has dropped a couple of points in this game. He's down to 298. Fouls that pitch off. And he makes it a ball and 2 strikes. Yu Darvish, the game out of his hands now. Got him swinging. Cox goes up the ladder. Kendrick didn't have one that tall, and that'll do it. But the Angels come back to tie it. They get a run on 3 hits and strand 2. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's now the Rangers 2 and the Angels 2. Brought to you by Sonic. Today's jackpot is worth $400 and dinner for 2 at Sonic Drive-In. Today the Rangers are hitting for Ann Foster from Forest Hill. And if a Ranger hits a grand slam during this inning, Ann Foster from Forest Hill will win $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Now a 2-2 ball game now as the Angels fight back to tie it up. Elvis Andrus, Alex Rios, Adrian Beltre. Elvis lofts a fly ball to right field. Calhoun back a couple of steps, makes the catch. And Elvis retired. He is 0 for 3 today. And here comes Rios.
Right fielder, Alex Rios.
Rios looped a double down the right field line his first time up. Last time up, popped out to second. Alex, a .279 hitter as Vargas deals to him. The pitch off the inside corner. It is ball 1. And another Got this one on the right side. Howie Kendrick waits for it. That is out number 2. And it'll be up to Adrian Beltre if the Rangers are to extend this 6th inning.
Buzz got a couple of people I'd like to say hello to on the last day of the season. First is Carolyn Schaefer. I call her my poet friend from Athens, Texas. She's had some recent health issues. Her 90th birthday is coming up in the off season. And Carolyn, I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're watching. Happy early birthday wishes, and thank you for all the nice correspondence during the course of the season. And the same to Bob Campbell from Wichita Falls. All the words of wisdom, anything from current events to Stan the Man Musial. Bob, I know you're watching. Thanks for all your correspondence as well.
Adrian Beltre up there expanding the zone a little bit. He saw a fastball and went to hacking at it, but fouled it off. It's 1-1. Beltre 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a fly ball to deep right center field. It came up just a couple of feet short of being in the Ranger bullpen. There's a base hit to right field. Beltre driving the ball the other way. He is aboard with 2 outs for A.J. Pierzynski.
A.J. got the 2-run rally going in the 5th. Doubled at deep left center field. Mike Trout couldn't quite run it down. Had a couple of good at-bats against Vargas. Fastball up and away. Adrian puts a good swing on that one. Lines it sharply into right field.
Well, that is the Rangers' 4th hit of the afternoon. A.J. Pierzynski with a hit as you see Robbie Ross loosening in the Ranger bullpen. A.J. 1 for 2, batting at .274. It's a fastball. It's right down the middle. 17 home runs, 70 driven in. Vargas, a shoulder high set. There goes Beltre. The pitch is looped to right field. It's in for a base hit. Beltre had no idea where the ball was. Eric Ibar was standing there waiting for the ball, or pretending to wait for the ball, and Beltre slid into second and never was able to locate it. As Adrian was down to a lot of base runners in his time, he got deked.
Well, big thing is the Rangers have a 2-run rally, 2-out rally going here. A couple of base hits, first and second. Another good at bat for A.J. Ron Washington said before the game he wanted Pierzynski's bat in the lineup against the left-hand pitcher, and it's paid off. Double and a single. Go ahead run at second right now.
And the breaking ball to Giovanni Soto is in the dirt for ball 1. Soto has been called out on strikes, and he's also walked. Scored a run in the Ranger 5th. 236, as you can see, the average for Soto. Got Beltre at second, Pierzynski at first. There are your 2 Ranger runners as Vargas gets ready. The 1-0 pitch. 1-1. Soto against the Angels this year has driven in 4 in 24 at-bats. See what the Rangers have done this year. Line to right center. That's going to be in for a hit. It is going up the alley. Beltre scores. On to third goes Pierzynski. The throw to second. Not in time. And Giovanni Soto has put the Rangers back on top. 3-2.
That for a 2-out rally. 2 quick outs. Anderson, Rios. Adrian, a sharp single to right. A.J. Luke going to right. And Giovanni, a double into the gap in right center field. Double with a head first dive into second base. Fastball away. Great job. Good at bat for Giovanni. He's trying to take advantage of this opportunity to add to it.
Giovanni Soto drives in his 21st run of the year, and it is a big one. 3-2 Texas, and Mitch Moreland stands in with a chance to do some more damage. Got Pierzynski at third, Soto at second. And the first pitch is a fastball for strike one. Moreland has flied to pretty deep left field and struck out. Tampa Bay has won. They won 7-6. So the Rangers needing to win to set up a game tomorrow with them. Assuming Cleveland hangs on, the Tribe leading 5-1 as they play in the bottom of the ninth. Juan Gutierrez up and throwing in the Angel bullpen. 0-2 to Moreland. Time called. Mitch not quite comfortable at the plate yet. Vargas okays the sign. And Moreland fouls back the fastball. Still 0-2. Let's head down to the field. Emily Jones. Em?
Well, guys, you saw Adrian Beltre limping there as he crossed home plate. He came into the dugout. Ron Washington and Jamie Reed, the head trainer, talked to him for a bit. Wash came back out. Adrian stayed back up with Jamie in the tunnel. Adam Rosales can be seen stretching in preparation for in case Adrian can't come back in, I would assume.
All right, Em, thank you. We will certainly keep updated on that as soon as we get some information. Video of Adrian headed down to the tunnel. Washington walking behind him.
I don't like the way he's walking.
Now, Beltre had that 2-out single and went to second on Pierzynski's single. He slid head first into second. Then he had to score on Soto's drive to right center, and looked like he was running pretty much full out. 1-2 pitch to Moreland. Blowing outside, it's 2-2. Pierzynski talking with Gary Pettis down there at third. Giovanni Soto at second. 3 consecutive 2-out hits will put the Rangers back on top. Pulled foul outside first. Oh, he'll have to check his bat, make sure he didn't crack it. Tap it a little bit and see if it sounds solid. Yeah, that's good enough. Try that again. Still 2-2. Vargas having a long inning. The last 2 innings have been high-stress innings for him. The left-hander is ready to go once again. Popped up. Shallow left. Ibar going out. Hamilton coming on. Josh Hamilton makes the call on the catch, and that will do it. But the Rangers on 3 consecutive 2-out base hits score the go-ahead run. It was Beltre and Pierzynski, and then the big one, Giovanni Soto with the RBI. We go to the 7th, 3-2 Rangers. That was the first big hit, and then Giovanni Soto, an RBI double with 2 outs in the 6th inning. That has accounted for all 3 of the Ranger runs. Meanwhile, Mike Trout, a first inning home run, and then Josh Hamilton driving in what was the tying run last inning for the Angels. Adrian Beltre back out there, so whatever he had to do, unless there's a broken bone showing through his skin,
he's not coming out.
Yeah, you can talk to him all you want and explain to him, no, we don't want you to hurt yourself, and that's not in Adrian's vocabulary. Robbie Ross on the hill now to pitch the 7th inning. And Cole Calhoun fouls back the first pitch. It's 0-1. Calhoun has walked and struck out today. Rangers 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. The Angels 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. Ross with the breaking ball to even the count. A ball and a strike.
Robbie, solid numbers for the season. 65th game. Solid ERA, right around 3. Trying to put a solid inning up here. Biggest game of the year. That's a good pitch.
Breaking ball to the outside corner. Calhoun now down on the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Jason Frazier up and ready in the bullpen. Ross okays the sign. The left-hander's ready. Right down the third base line and foul.
That was close.
Foul by a matter of an inch. You can, from up here, we can even still see the mark right by the bag at third, and it's just barely in foul territory.
Boy, that thing was fair most of the way.
Yep.
Just sliced at the end.
Well, Calhoun back in. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2 now. Remember, Robbie Ross went through a streak where he really had trouble battling left-handed hitters. Feels like he's gotten past that. Just a matter of location, getting that ball down and away to left-handers. 2-2 line. Beltre can't reach it. It's into left field, a leadoff single. And Ross not able to retire the left-hander Calhoun. He is aboard. And Mark Trumbo is coming up.
A hard hit ball by Calhoun. Another foot to the left, and Adrian would have been able to spear it. They got a dangerous hitter up there in Trumbo. He's hit into 18 double plays, struck out 183 times. Just have to make a good pitch to him.
And Ross did. He got him on the fist, and the foul ball makes it 0-1. Trumbo, a pair of strikeouts today, both those at bats against Yu Darvish. Once in the second, once in the 5th inning. Calhoun with good speed at first base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Trumbo 4 out of 14 in this series. Remember when he came in here on Thursday night, he was sporting an 0 for 24. Swing and a miss, but he got well with a 3-hit game and just continued upward from there. Robbie Ross the advantage in the count, however, a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Well, Trumbo really expanding the strike zone. He is gone for out number 1.
Now, one thing you can do with Trumbo, you get 2 strikes on him, he will expand the zone high. He can throw a fastball up around his chin, sometimes even a little higher, and he gets over anxious, and he will swing at that pitch. Robbie used that to his advantage right there.
Well, the next scheduled hitter, Hank Conger, has been called back to the Angel dugout, and Colin Cowgill, right-handed hitting outfielder, will come on to pinch hit for Conger. Soto out to have a chat with Robbie about the pinch hitter Cowgill. Cowgill 1 for 8 in this series. He came in on Thursday night, the first game of the series, midway through the game to take over for J.B. Shuck, who sprained his right ankle. And now Mike Maddox is going to go out and make sure that the scouting report is refreshed in the minds of Robbie Ross and Giovanni Soto. Time for a Mazda game break while we have a moment. Here's Dana Larson. Dana? All right, Dana, thank you. Well, here's Cowgill, and the first pitch is fouled straight back. It is 0-1. Cowgill, a .233 hitter, a couple of home runs and 8 driven in. Cowgill as a pinch hitter, 2 for 7 this year. He's got Calhoun at first base as Ross checks him. Robbie pulling the string. He gets the swinging strike 2. Cowgill out, thinking things over. Now getting back into the batter's box. Ross peering in for the sign. And the left-hander has the one he wants. 0-2 pitch. 1-2. Calhoun a modest lead at first. And Ross back to the plate. Just missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That changeup is becoming a pretty good weapon for Robbie Ross.
Yeah, that'd be a good pitch for him. Go along with pretty much everything he throws is hard. Fastball, hard cutter. Changeup would be a great pitch for him.
Cowgill waiting, getting his lead from first. Cole Calhoun. Now back again. Remember last year, Calhoun, a big part of that Oakland ball club that overtook the Rangers going down the stretch. Now with the Angels, and he's got Calhoun at first with 1 out here in the 7th inning. Got him swinging. Robbie Ross, something that had not been his strong suit, but it's looking pretty good today, the off-speed pitch.
Yeah, generally it's hard and harder with Robbie, but that's a good at-bat for him right there to Cowgill. Threw a good breaking ball to Trumbo. It looked like he took something off that pitch and had him way out in front of it. Cowgill twice in that at-bat swung at that pitch. Trumbo in his at-bat before he swung at the high fastball swung at it as well.
And Andrew Romine turning around to hit from the right side. Swings through the first. Robbie Ross offering.
Keep pounding it right in there.
Romine 1 for 2 today. Single in the 6th inning. Struck out his other at bat in the 3rd. 1 ball and 1 strike to him. So Romine now 4 out of 12 in this series against Ranger pitching. He's had a very good series. That batting average up to .262. 2-1. Ron Washington hoping that Robbie Ross can get him through this inning. Got Calhoun at first base still after a leadoff single. And he's there 2 outs later, a pair of strikeouts. The 2-1 pitch. Romine, a ground ball to second. Kinsley, little flip to first, and that'll do it. Nice job by Robbie Ross working around the leadoff single. After 6.5, it's the Rangers 3, the Angels 2. And now please join Chuck Morgan as he asks the crowd to honor our country with God Bless America.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as we pause to honor the men and women of our armed services, both at home and around the world. Today, we invite you to join in singing God Bless America with Erica Stevens.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean.
show you the playoff scenarios, and it's been limited now. It's exactly what the Rangers have in front of them. They have to win, and if they do, they play the Tampa Bay Rays here tomorrow at 7 o'clock for the second wild card spot. Cleveland has won today, and they have sewn up the top wild card spot. So the Rangers and the Rays, if the Rangers win, they will set that game up for tomorrow night here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Craig Gentry, who is 1 for 1 with a huge 2-run single his last time up, fouls off the second pitch. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. You saw Chris Iannetta, who has entered the ballgame, taking over behind home plate for the Angels. So Gentry now with 22 runs driven in. And Robbie Ross doing an excellent job of working around a leadoff single in the top of the 7th.
I'll say.
2-1 to Gentry. Robbie gave up the single to the left-handed hitting Calhoun, and then got 3 right-handers back to back to back. Tanner Scheppers loosening in the Ranger pen. Check swing. The pitch was low to Gentry, so Craig trying to get aboard to start off the Rangers 7th. Leonis Martin, the center fielder, will be next.
Well, Craig's been on twice. He started the 3rd inning with a walk. Couldn't move around to score. Then had the huge base hit to drive in 2 runs in the 5th inning.
Line drive off the glove of Romine into left field, a base hit. There's another bullet for Gentry. Goodness.
This week is going to see, I don't know what his average started at the beginning of the week, somewhere around 230 or 240 maybe. But it's going to be 280 by the end of today. He's got some great at-bats, boy. You can just see him playing with confidence, using all the physical attributes that he has, maxing out on the bases, getting the base hits, being patient. Great throw to help save a game the other day. He's doing it all right now.
Yeah, he started the week at 268.
268,
and
okay.
He's up close to 280 now. Well, Gentry aboard with his great speed and had a stolen base his last time up there. We'll see if Leonis Martin this time gives him a pitch to try and get him in scoring position. Leonis swung at the first pitch last time up and flied to left field. He's around to bunt here. Gentry on the move. The pitch is high. The throw is higher. And Gentry in with his second stolen base. He is in scoring position with nobody out.
I don't think they're going to throw him out anyway. But with Martin squared around a bunt, they probably weren't quite as worried about the stolen base because they thought Martin was going to bunt. Wouldn't have mattered whether Martin was going to bunt or not. Gentry's going to steal second, and there's nothing they can do to stop it.
Nope.
Pretty much as easy as that.
Call timeout someplace in the middle of the play, maybe, but that's...
Pull a muscle on the way to second's about the only way.
Yeah. Well, 1-0 to Leonis Martin. He's around to bunt again and takes high. It is 2-0. We'll look at our phantom cam of Craig Gentry kicking up his heels down there. Two and 0. Vargas checking Gentry, and the pitch on the way. A bunt, it's a good one. Down the third base line, Romine on to Kendrick covering. The sacrifice goes 5-4, and Gentry now just 90 feet away with a very big run for the Rangers.
Good job by Leonis right there. He had a chance in the 3rd inning to bunt and didn't play down a good bunt, turned into a double play. But that time he got down an excellent bunt. Exactly what he was trying to do.
And it looks like with Mike Scioscia on the way to the mound, that's going to do it for Jason Vargas. So he finishes up his season and his afternoon here today. Another look at that well-placed bunt by Leonis Martin. So Vargas finished. We're going to get some help coming in from the bullpen to take over for the Angels. It'll be the big right-hander Juan Gutierrez. Back after this on Fox Sports Southwest. Scoring for the Rangers, Craig Gentry, a 2-run single right back to the middle. That got the Rangers on top at 2-1. Gentry's base hit. Next half inning, Josh Hamilton with 2 on. Singles to left. That ties the ball game at 2 apiece. And then in the Rangers' 6th inning, Giovanni Soto, a huge double to right center field, got the Rangers back on top. As Adrian Beltre grabbing that left hamstring, able to score from second base. And that's where we stand now with the runner Craig Gentry at third base, 1 out. And the infield pulled all the way in behind Juan Gutierrez.
Yeah, huge run out there at third right now for Ian. Pick up with the infield in. Little blooper, long fly ball, ground ball through the infield. Anything to get that run in.
Gutierrez on for the third time this series. We'll take that little roller through the left side. In to score is Gentry. Kinsler the RBI base hit. The Rangers lead it 4-2.
Again, Craig Gentry making it happen. Been on base 3 times. He's stolen 2 bases. He's scored once. He's driven in 2. And Ian Kinsler picking up a big run. Make some contact. Find a hole.
Good job by Kinsler picking on that first pitch. And he drives in his 71st run of the year. Now with Kinsler at first, still just 1 out. The fastball up and in to Elvis Andrus. And Craig Gentry has driven in 2. He has scored 1 today. 2 for 2 with a couple of stolen bases. Other than that, it's been kind of quiet for the left fielder.
He hasn't thrown anybody out yet.
That's true. Gutierrez way inside.
I think that went right through him. Wow, that missed Elvis.
Unbutton your shirt and let it go out your shirt sleeve. Holy cow. Elvis today, 0 for 3, a strikeout. Tried to bunt his way aboard in the 4th and bunted to Vargas. And then a fly ball to right in the 6th. And Kinsler draws a throw. Quick move by Gutierrez. And Kinsler back barely. Looked like that kickoff move kind of surprised Kinsler. Now Gutierrez sets again. And he steps off quickly. Gutierrez had the throwing error the other night, the second, I should say, throwing error by Angel pitchers in the series. He had the third here today. Vargas made an errant throw to second. Gutierrez threw about a 95-mile-an-hour sinker over there to Trumbo, put the flag down. Got by him and ended up giving the Rangers a great run-scoring opportunity. 2-0, the count still to Elvis. A fastball, knee-high for strike 1. Now, in case you haven't seen what's been going on around the American League, the 2 games that Ranger fans have been most interested in, Tampa Bay Rays got themselves into at least a playoff for the final wild card. They won. Cleveland won in Minnesota, and they sewed up the top spot in the wild card. But Cleveland, the one thing we know, Cleveland will be playing Wednesday in the wild card game. Now, whether it's going to be the Rangers or the Rays, yet to be determined. If the Rangers continue the way they're going right now and win this ball game, they will play Tampa Bay here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. But first things first, Rangers have a 4-2 lead. They're looking for more here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Elvis pops one foul. Is back in the club level of seats off to the left. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rangers 4 runs on 8 hits this afternoon. Angels 2 runs on 6 hits. Juan Gutierrez, the big right-hander, has taken over for Jason Vargas this inning. Gutierrez gave up the RBI single to Ian Kinsler, who's at first. Another snap throw to first. And Ian again, pretty close place. Spinning his wheels over there in the first move back. I think he was going. I didn't see that little
stutter step.
Lean towards second base. And Elvis shoots a hanging breaking ball out of play to the right. It is still 2-2. Now, if you dare let yourself look ahead a little bit, about 24 hours, Ron Washington has said that as of this morning, he was going to stick with Martin Perez as his starter if there is a game tomorrow. And that's what the Rangers can hope for now, that they have a game tomorrow night. It'll be Martin's normal spot in the rotation if it were to continue. And, he would seem to be the logical choice, throwing as well as any Ranger starter the last couple of months. Gutierrez again sets for the 2-2. There goes Kinsler, and the pitch is grounded right back to Gutierrez. Only play he has is to first. Elvis is thrown out. On to second is Ian. He's in scoring position now with 2 outs for Alex Rios.
And Mike Scioscia is going to come out and make a pitching change.
Scioscia taking the ball from Gutierrez and signals that he wants another right-hander to come in from the bullpen. So another pitching change underway here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Rangers leading 4-2. We're back after this on Fox Sports Southwest.
The fans this year, they were flipping out over the Rangers. What a great year it's been so far. A lot of fans getting married at the ballpark. Anna Montana getting married. We had a great road trip in Boston playing football with Derek Collin. How about the Eds walking in Toronto? Love that. We also had 97-year young Ray Mitchell dance in the stands. And don't forget, on Monday, we had the 3 priests from Chile blessing the Rangers dugout. They said, let there be playoffs on day number 7. It could happen, but most of all, last game of the season, we want to thank the Ranger fans. We want to thank the world's best broadcasting crew, Buzz and Tom, along with Emily Jones. Welcome back, Emily. We also want to say the world's greatest producer, Kurt Diker, world's greatest director, Dave Burchett. Way to go, Kevin Lewis. Way to punch it. Kelly, way to work the tape. Malcolm, great audio. Toast, great audio. Also, don't forget about Mike, Mookie, Malcolm, we love you. Angie Swint, John Blake, the world's greatest broadcast team. Of course, all the cameramen that made this so possible. EJ, Chris, way to work the numbers. Let's go ahead, Rangers. Let's win this thing. Head to the playoffs, and let's go, Rangers. We'll see you next year.
That is Jim Knox at his best.
It is. Oh, man.
That was great.
I don't think he forgot anybody.
No, he gets better every year when he does that. That's his all-timer. That was great.
Alex Rios swinging at a 1-1 pitch and fouls it out of play down the right side. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, goodness. De La Rosa is the new hurler for the Angels. De La Rosa, a workhorse for Mike Scioscia's club, appearing in his 75th ball game. He has had an outstanding year. De La Rosa facing Rios, and Alex 1 for 3 against De La Rosa. Kinsler at second base, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Rangers have pushed across an extra run here to lead 4-2. Check swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. The appeal down to Ted Barrett. And the count evens at a 2-ball, 2-strike level. Well, 40,057 of you fans on hand here today, and that brings the Ranger total this year to a 3,135,477. And everybody in the Ranger organization so thankful for the great support that fans have given them this year, last year, and hopefully now on to the playoffs and through to the World Series. 3-2, the count to Rios. Kinsler establishes his lead at second base. De La Rosa ready. Payoff pitch on the way. Foul ball. De La Rosa flags it down drops it, but recovers in time to just get Rios at first base. That'll do it for the Rangers, but they put on a run on 2 hits, they strand 1. We're going to the 8th. It's the Rangers 4, the Angels 2. AT Twitter poll results. And we'd asked you, from a fan's viewpoint, I think the teams that make the playoffs should formerly suspended players be on the postseason rosters. And 74% of you answered the affirmative. Yes, you believe they should, and 26% said nope, keep them off. Tanner Shepard on to take over here in the 8th inning. He is the 4th pitcher Ron Washington has used here this afternoon, and he will face the top of the Angel order, started by J.B. Shuck. The first pitch, a good fastball in there for strike 1.
I think Tanner could pitch 10 days in a row and still throw 98 miles an hour. He's been in there a lot, and it hasn't taken away at all from his performance.
Breaking ball is fouled away, and now Shepard with an 0-2 advantage. But one thing you're always sure of after the first pitch from Shepard is he didn't leave his best fastball in the bullpen. No, he brought it with him. And he shows it to you right away, and there's not much a hitter can do about that. 0-2 pitch. Another breaking ball. That is chop foul. Shuck today is 1 for 3. Singled his first time up, struck out in the 3rd, and grounded into a double play, and that was a big double play in that 6th inning. Hard hit ground ball, base hit to right field. Shepard throwing all strikes, and finally J.B. Shuck able to go down and ground one right past Mitch Moreland for the base hit.
Shortstop Eric Ivar.
A 1 on, nobody out. Eric Ibar, who is 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored, steps in. Shepard with the first pitch to the plate. And he throws strike 1. Season average for the switch hitting shortstop, you see at 271. He's got J.B. Shuck at first. Nobody out here on the top of the 8th inning. Breaking ball, and that catches the upper part of the strike zone. It is 0-2. There's 6 pitches for Shepard and 6 strikes so far.
The Rangers have turned a couple of double plays. Ibar's hit into one of them. Trying to get another one right here.
0-2 pitch. Could be Shepard, Elvis, Moreland. Nice call, Tom. 1-6-3. 2 out.
Nice job by Tanner. So many times you see the pitcher make the play but throw an inaccurate throw to second. Tanner calmly caught it, threw a strike to Elvis, and turned into a simple double play. Second time Ibar is grounded into a double play. And now what you have is a 2-run lead and Mike Trout at the plate with nobody on. That's exactly what you want to see.
Yes, it is. You are right about that. Now Trout, the first inning home run. He's also struck out and walked. And going after the 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Shepard, fouls it off to the right. 0-1 to Trout.
Tanner pitched an inning yesterday, Buzz. What did he throw yesterday? 8 pitches? 9 pitches?
Yeah.
I mean, it was less. I think it was less than 10 pitches yesterday. If he can get a quick out right here, he can do it again today.
And he's going to as Trout skies one to straight away right field. Rios has it. That'll do it. A 9-pitch inning for Tanner Shepard. No runs to hit, nobody left. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 4-2 Rangers.
Close out a victory, a must-win if they want to live to play another day. We've got Rangers Eye presented by Esurance coming up right after the game. Anxious to get this postgame underway for you. Our final postgame of the regular season. Join me, Mark McLemore, as well as Steve Buechele. Emily Jones will be in the clubhouse. We'll hear from Ron Washington to break down the final result of this one and all the implications that will play out tomorrow and the rest of this week. So we hope you will stick around with us and join us for Rangers Eye presented by Esurance. But now let's get it back to Buzz. Buzz?
All right, Dana, thank you. Now we go to the bottom of the eighth, and Ernesto Frieri, the closer for Mike Scioscia, is on now to face the Rangers. He'll face Beltre, Pierzynski, and Soto. Adrian Beltre 1 for 3, a single his last time up, and Frieri harkening back to the problems he's had in this ballpark. Last we saw Ernesto Frieri here, he was turning around to watch the ball sail into the left field seats. Off the bat of Giovanni Soto.
Yeah. Angels have seen that a few times this year.
Pitch is low. Adrian ahead of the count, 2-0. Beltre 3 for 7 against Frieri. You see Joe Nathan loosening in that Ranger bullpen. And Beltre to center field. Trout is going back. He's at the wall. Goodbye. Adrian Beltre greets Frieri with a bomb to center field, and the Rangers lead it 5-2.
I don't think Frieri can pitch against the Rangers without giving up a long home run. And that was a long home run. That was 2/3 of the way up the hill. Right side of second base. So much for a sore hamstring.
Yeah.
Didn't hurt on that swing.
Beltre with his 30th home run of the year. And A.J. Pierzynski, a rip and a miss. That's pretty much middle, isn't it?
Yep. He threw it down the middle, and he hit it up the middle. About 440.
And A.J. flicks one foul to the left. It is 0-2. DeFarge has come in.
I think that's as good an indication of what the wind does in this ballpark. Of course, there's no wind blowing today anyway, but there's so many times now where you see the fireworks go off, and that's what the smoke does. You used to be able to see the smoke come right toward us and then kind of blow back out, but it just doesn't have that effect anymore.
He's still there inside the ballpark. A.J. shoots one just foul down the left side. But Pierzynski, a very defensive swing. He almost dunked it in there. Now the Beltre home run through the mist and everything. It started the explosions that led to that. 432 feet.
Look how everybody just kind of gravitates toward Beltre. They just want to hear him talk.
1-2 down to Pierzynski.
Jackson profile, Angel Beltre. He's trying to soak up as much from him as they can.
Yeah. Frieri with the 1-2 pitch on the way. Check swing, and the count even. AJ today is 2 for 3, a single and a double. He has scored a run. He's been a big part of the Ranger offense here this afternoon, handling the DH chores today. And again, fouled out of play to the left. Pierzynski has 2 career home runs against Frieri, one in Anaheim, and one, of course, here that tied the ball game. Great walk-off, set the stage for Giovanni Soto's walk-off home run back in July. Now the 2-2. Knocking some of the guys off the rail down there. Aiden said, no, do what I did. Hit it the other way. Hit it up the middle.
I think Robbie might be left out of that conversation that's going on down there, unless he took Spanish in high school.
Outside, the count is full. Well, Brzezinski fouling off a lot of pitches, and he has run the count as far as you can. Brzezinski trying to get aboard. Giovanni Soto will be the next hitter. Rieri has the sign from Iannetta. Payoff pitch. Another foul ball. AJ tough to walk, but also tough to strike out.
Swinging bat good today, too. Well today. Double on a single. Scored a run. Led off the 2-run 5th inning with a double. That was the best call of the year by Mack on that one.
Yeah, it was. And a ground ball. This one's in fair territory, and Trumbo has it. He takes it to the bag. That is out number 1. Now Giovanni Soto coming up. Well, folks, the Rangers are now accepting deposits on the 2014 full and half-season ticket plans. Reserve your 2014 season tickets and get the best seat locations and the very best prices. Learn more at TexasRangers.com/seasons, or you can call 972-RANGERS.
Giovanni had a huge hit today after Josh tied it with a base hit. Giovanni put the Rangers ahead with a double in the gap.
And that's out of play to the right. It is 0-2. The Rangers just haven't let up on the gas. They scored 2 in the 5th inning on Gentry's huge 2-run single. And they scored single runs in each of the next 3 innings. And Soto a drive. This is high and deep to left. Hamilton at the wall, looking up, goodbye. Shades of July for Soto. 6-2 Rangers.
I think the best part of this game is the contribution from the whole team. The bullpen has come in. Darvish pitched well at the beginning. And guys like Craig Gentry and Giovanni Soto have had huge hits, played a huge part. Soto doesn't get a chance to play a lot, but man, lately when he's gotten his chance, he's made something happen. Big game for him today. Did a great job catching Darvish today, and as well as the rest of the bullpen. A couple of big hits in the game to go along with it.
Now Mitch Moreland. It's way inside as Frieri coming off the plate for the left-handed hitting first baseman.
Frieri, I don't know what he can throw to the Rangers. It seems like every time he pitches, someone takes him deep, at least one guy.
Well, that's the second home run that Soto has had off him. Brzezinski has already had a couple off him. The home run that Beltre hit was his second off Frieri. We're all talking in less than 10 at-bats. And Nelly Cruz, who's not even available, has 2 home runs off him.
He hit the longest one.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about five Ranger hitters that have 2 home runs against him in fewer than 10 at-bats. 2-0 pitch coming to Moreland. 3-0. The baseball town shot is going up. .3-0 pitch. And a strike. Makes it 3-1. Yeah, the fans giving it back to Josh a little bit, and Well, that happens. You say something you probably shouldn't say, and it does come back to haunt you in this game.
People don't forget.
3-1 pitch to Moreland. Now 3-2. This is the 8th game for Ernesto Frieri against the Rangers this year, and that ERA continues to go up. 6 home runs in 8 games with an ERA just this side of infinity.
Well, he's given up 6 home runs to the Rangers. He's only given up 10 all season long. 6 of them have come against the Rangers. They've 37 games. The ERA is 3.59 coming into this game. Not sure what it would be. Probably below 3 if he didn't have to face the Rangers.
Yeah, he's gotten everybody else out.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah.
Now 2 outs here after the Moreland strikeout. Now Craig Gentry coming up for the 4th time to the plate. He is 2 for 2 officially. A walk, a pair of singles, a pair of stolen bases, a run scored, and a foul ball on the first pitch. Well, the Rangers now with 176 team home runs this year.
If the Rangers make their lead stand, they will go 15-4 against the Angels.
Check swing, roller, foul. Now, between the Astros and the Angels, the Rangers are just chewed apart. The
32-6 if the Rangers win today.
That's something against 2 opponents.
If you're going to go 32-6, you might as well do it against teams. Well, you can't unless it's a team in your own division. You wouldn't play anyone else that much.
Now, the Rangers trying for their 53rd win in the division overall this year. Outside, 1-2 to Gentry as he eyeballed that pitch. Now it's Rios, Giovanni Soto, and the 2 home run guys, Soto and Beltre. Got him swinging. Now Gentry gone, so are the Rangers, but not before the fireworks hit early. Adrian Beltre with his 30th home run of the year. And Giovanni Soto with his 9th home run of the year. We go to the 9th inning. It's the Rangers 6 and the Angels 2. To you by the Built Ford Tough Sales Event at your Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. By AT&T UVerse TV. Check availability at 1-800-PICK-ATT. Rethink possible. And by Progressive. Visit Progressive.com today. The Ranger flags flying everywhere. Rangers within 3 outs now of setting up a play-in game here tomorrow night against the Tampa Bay Rays. Joe Nathan to the hill, trying to close it out. He will face Josh Hamilton, Howie Kendrick, and Cole Calhoun. Ranger fans do indeed believe as Hamilton swings for that first pitch and fouls it off. It is 0-1. Josh today 1 for 3, an RBI single in the 6th inning. That extends his hitting streak to 14 straight ball games, and that's how he will finish the season. Hamilton 4 for 7 in his career against Nathan. Had a 2-out double in yesterday's game. A ball and a strike. Ranger put the shift on for Hamilton in the infield. And he goes to straightaway center, not very deep. Coming on, Leonis Martin makes the call. And Hamilton is out number 1.
I love that sign.
Yep.
Josh just added a little more fuel to the fire by tipping his cap as he went back into the dugout. Kind of reap what you sow.
do what you got to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Howie Kendrick takes high from Nathan. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Kendrick 0 for 3, a fly ball, a ground out, and a strikeout. 298 the average for Kendrick. Nathan's 1-0 pitch. Got the slider, and that evens the count. Two and one now. Kendrick was the last out of yesterday's ball game in that pouring rain. Joe Nathan struck him out on 3 pitches. Two balls and a strike. Right center field. Coming on is Alex Rios in front of the 2 away.
Couldn't fit the real word in, but we know what you mean.
Nope, we are not done yet. And one more out. There will be baseball here tomorrow night. Game number 163 coming up. The fans on their feet. Now 40,057 of them. Cole Calhoun, the hitter. Strike one to the outside corner.
I think the more Joe throws, the better he gets.
There certainly has not been a drop-off.
No, Tanner as well.
Yeah. And a fly ball in the right center field that carries pretty well, but Leonis Martin signals for the throw pitch. He has it, and the Rangers are still alive. There will be game number 163 tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. The Tampa Bay Rays and the Texas Rangers will play for a wild card spot. Joe Nathan gets 3 fly balls to dispatch the Angels in the 9th inning. The Rangers win it 6-2. They end up on a 7-game winning streak against the Astros and the Angels, all of them here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. That's coming on the heels of a 7-game losing streak in this.
The other thing about it, they needed all 7 of them too.
Yep.
And now they need another one. They got to win 2 more to get to the to keep on going.
Ron Washington cheering his troops in. Nice going, guys, but don't forget we've got some more work to do. They will have Tampa Bay tomorrow night. So a 6-2 final. Rangers end up sweeping the Angels, and the final out of the game, which makes the Rangers 15-4 against the Angels and 9-1 in this ballpark this year. Hugs all around, Jackie Moore and Ron Washington. And what a day, what a way to finish things off. Appropriate that Joe Nathan should be on the hill when the last out is recorded. So let's go down to the field. Emily Jones standing by. Em?
Thank you very much. Well, Giovanni Soto, this team showing a whole lot of heart, a whole lot of fight over the last week. How big is this?
Yeah, I mean, it was a must-win for us, and, we know that the Angels come to play baseball, and, we just kind of strap it on and play hard and see what happens, and we got to go win today.
What are the clutch hits for you today? Feeling great at the plate?
Yeah, and, just trying to go get a good pitch and drive it the other way, and it happened, so I was glad for that.
Talk about the pitching staff. You probably didn't go as deep as he wanted, but the bullpen came in.
Yeah, I mean, the bullpen's been unbelievable for us down the stretch, and, today wasn't the exception. They came in and finished strong.
Giovanni, what's it like to know that you're staying alive one more day and there's going to be another game, and that it's going to be here in Arlington?
Yeah, it feels great. We're looking forward to for Tampa, and hopefully we can pass on.
All right, Gio, congratulations on the win. Thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Guys, back up to you.
All right, Ann, thank you. Obviously a very happy Giovanni Soto. A great job behind the plate today. A home run for Soto and an RBI double. The RBI double is the one that put the Rangers ahead for good. And the home run in the 8th inning, just adding some icing to the cake. So 6-2 the final. Dana Larson, Mark McLemore, and Steve Buechele will be back to wrap things up for you right after this on Fox Sports Southwest.